You're plotting a new course again, aren't you?
The currents before us are ever-changing. We must adapt and press forward if we are to see our journey's end.
And how will we know when we get there?
Gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Civilization 6, the hugely anticipated sequel to Civilization 5, one of the most popular games, one of my favorite games ever to be created in the history of the world. It's official. Let's just start with that introductory video. Holy shit, I feel like I could watch it 6 more times. And it's so emotional. Like, it's so... I felt deep, man. You could feel it. I could feel it. That was... Whew, that was nice. That was a really nice intro video. I'm gonna crank the volume all the way down because to make that intro sound decent, I had to turn it all the way up. But that's not really conducive if you want to hear me speaking. So anyway, yes, my name is Potato. Hello, I do strategy, simulation, sci-fi games. If you're not familiar with what I do on the YouTube, Civilization, one of my all-time favorite franchises, and I'm really looking forward to playing Civilization 6. We're going to be creating our very own game. If we were to go to play now, then we'd just be dumped with a bunch of random stuff. I really want to customize things a little bit. So. These are all the leaders that we have at launch. I mean, this is the base set of leaders, so to speak. And there's a bunch of leaders that were already given out in like pre-release copies, of which I did not get. However, there's been a bunch that have already been played by people, and I kind of want to like change it up a little bit. So I was thinking that we could go for Gandhi, right? Like Gandhi, my man, Mr. Nuclear Gandhi, Mr. Nuclear Gandhi. That's probably what we'll call it. Nuclear Gandhi. I was really liking the idea of Gandhi. I was also really liking the idea of Cleopatra, Egypt, Russia as well was really cool as well. I really liked the look of that. But I think we're gonna go with Gandhi. Like, because of course, it wouldn't be a Civilization game if there wasn't Gandhi. Okay, now let me go over what Gandhi does. Dharma receives follower belief bonuses in a city from each religion that has at least one follower. Lovely. That's a word that I cannot pronounce, and I'm never going to pronounce, but +5 faith for each civilization, including India, that they have met that has founded a religion is not currently at war. Opposing civilizations receive double the war weariness for fighting against Gandhi. Very nice indeed. Indian unique classical era unit that replaces the horseman, -5 Combat strength for all adjacent enemy units. Stepwell unlocks the builder ability to construct a stepwell unique to India. Great. And that is 1 food and 1 housing. Plus 1 faith adjacent to a holy site district. Cool. Okay. We're going to go with Gandhi. Prince difficulty, I don't really know how the AI works in this game. If it's anything to go by on the past civilizations, it won't be very difficult, but I feel that this is a good introductory level, especially for me, who has literally never played the game. I didn't even see the intro video. I'm coming to you straight. I'm a virgin. I'm a Civ 6 virgin, okay? Game speed standard, I think that's pretty darn good. Continents, I kind of like the idea of continents, I'll be honest, but map size, I think we're going to go for a little bit bigger. We're going to go for standard, because why not? Advanced setup, sure. Looks very good to me. All victory types on barbarians are, of course, going to stay on. That's the seed if you want to play along at home, which is pretty darn cool. And let's start the game. Let's load it up. Oh, Sean Bean.
Great beasts of the Stone Age.
What a voice.
The man taking his first upright steps.
What a
You have
voice.
come far. Now begins your greatest quest.
What a voice.
This early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Towards the
Be kind,
stars.
Gandhi Bapu, and you will find yourself surrounded by true friends. Keep the Indian people safe.
I will
Guarding
keep the
them
Indian
with
people safe.
magnificent elephant warriors.
Trust in me,
Your
Sean Bean.
faith will
I
guide
will
you
do
to
it.
peace and
I will do
harmony.
it. Now, Gandhi,
Keep your
of
mind
course,
open
is a little
and
bit
be
more of
the
a
change
passive,
you want to see in the world.
a passive civilization, so to speak, but that is not going to stop us from going to war, and that is definitely not going to stop us from getting nukes.
As your personal advisor,
Thank
I am
you.
qualified
Good.
to
You could
assist
clearly
in
not
all
fork out
matters
for Sean
related
Bean to do
moving our
all of the voice
civilization.
acting, so you had to get
I'm
this
at your
this other
service.
person. I'm new to Civilization 6, but I'm definitely not new to Civilization. I've never played this game before. I'm going off a little bit of some of the pre-release footage that I have seen, but nothing that I have seen is enough to give me any indication of actually how to play the game, which is very, very, very exciting indeed, because I really, really, really wanted to make sure that I went in as blind as possible, because this is literally one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I want to make sure that I experience it just like everyone else. So, moving the warrior, getting a little bit of a scouting location overlay, see what's going on. I'm presuming that we can still build 3 tiles out of our main city. So I'm actually going to move the city right up here, even though that's going to mean that we're not going to be settling on the first turn. I still feel that it's okay, considering we'll be able to reach the rice, the wheat over there, the sheep over there, and the citrus. All of the icons are completely new, so that's very, very, very exciting. I feel that that's a pretty darn good idea. Delhi? I like the idea of Delhi. I like the idea of Delhi. Can I click on you? Oh. Hey, buddy. How's it going? It looks so good, doesn't it? Wow. Wow, that is really, really great. I mean, this whole game just looks absolutely stunning, does it not? Looks absolutely stunning. So, there's a big octopus. Does that actually mean anything? I hope not. I don't want to fight any big octopus. Or octopi, shall we say. Anyway, yes, a little bit about the strategy and what's going on. We are absolutely going to try, well, I say try. I'm not going to try very hard to be peaceful, but I am going to try and exploit the civilization that we have chosen, which is obviously India. We're going to try and exploit all of the good things about it, and then, you know, just go to war with the people that we don't like. So this is the new overlay for the city, I guess, which is actually like pretty darn cool. Let's choose some production. I have no idea what we're actually going to be able to build. Monument, you recommend. You're my little advisor, you recommend. I guess they got rid of like the 16 advisors that you had in the last Civilization game. I say 16 advisors, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Can't build a settler, obviously. You still need a bit 2 population. A slinger, that's a new thing. That is a new thing, like a rudimental. Like a rudimental, is that the correct word? I don't really know, but a basic archer. Let's get a monument. I think a monument, 10 turns, not too shabby. Is there any way that I can get the overlay for the overlays up? Because I would love to get me some overlays. Purchase item with gold, manage citizens, toggle city details. Oh my god, this is information that I've never fucking seen in my life before. Housing looks like it's going to be a really big deal. And I do not know. Toggle strategy view, that's not something that anybody ever used. Show the yield icons. That's the only way to play safe as far as I'm concerned. Oh, this is cool. So much like EU4, you'll be able to see... Ah, okay, so it's different filters with which to view different things in your lands. Very, very cool indeed. Let's have a look at the new tech tree. I've not seen it yet. I'm very, very excited about it. Lots of good stuff, I'm presuming, down here. Robotics, future tech. Man, this looks gorgeous. It looks so nice, doesn't it? Looks so darn beautiful. What do we want? A granary. Get a little bit of housing, a little bit of food. Nothing here really takes my fancy, I'll be honest. Animal husbandry would be really, really nice, actually. Because +1 production requires robotics. Really? So that's kind of cool. So the pasture will get better as we stack more and more research onto it. Very, very cool indeed. Let's open things up with animal husbandry. I don't think that this is a controversial decision at all. 9 turns, apparently. What the heck is this? The civics tree. Wow, okay, so this is going to give us... This is a completely different tech tree for, I guess, military combat and stuff? And more governmental things? Well, civics. That's what it's a tree for. It's a tree for civics. That's great. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm really, really liking this. Yeah, we're gonna get you to go on a little bit of an exploratory quest. Where do we want you to go? I feel that we probably want you to go this way. Into the desert. Unfortunately, it is a desert, and we're going to be taking the long way around, considering there's going to be a river, which means that we're going to be only taking little baby steps, which is a little bit of a problem, but hey-ho. Can we still see what tile we're actually working? Manage citizens. There we go. We can totally see what tiles we're working. So we're currently working the sheep at the moment, and we will be improving that very, very soon, so we'll be able to get an extra production and a little bit of extra housing, whatever the heck that means. So I'm looking forward to that. No crazy growth, but I mean, if we had settled here, for example, then we would have been able to get the tile with 3 food on it, which would have meaned, what the heck are my words? I'm too excited. Which would have meant a little bit faster growth rate, but I still think that going for the sheepy tile is better. Sugar, holy cow, that is 5 food. That is super, super good. There's fish in the sea. Sounds very philosophical. There's fish in the sea. That's good to see. No, that sounded less philosophical and just more stupid.
Our city-state neighbors have made a request of us.
Oh.
If we can impress them,
Oh, all right, great. I do not want to look at that. Thank you very much. What do you want me to do? Quests. Let's have a look at the quest. Train a spearman military unit. Reward 1 envoy. I have no idea what that actually means, but this is like information overload. There is so much to just take in. I mean, look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff. I guess we want to try and train a spear unit. Right? Now, something that I did hear is that there is no production queue. Is that the case? If so, that's kind of a little bit annoying. But it also looks like we can faith purchase rather than just gold purchase as well, which is super, super handy. So, new city-state quest. You've met a new city-state. Great. Hallelujah. Did we get the 25 gold from the city-state, or did we just get gold? I'm presuming we just get, yeah, 5.2 gold over turn. I mean, in the last civilization, you got gold when you encountered a city, but I guess that's not the same in this one, which is fine. No bother. Okay, this is looking a little bit snowy over here. A little bit snowy, a little bit tundra-y, which isn't technically a word, but you know, it's good enough to be a word in my books. Although, as you may be aware, my books have pretty open definitions for word.
Is a 250 square mile tiger trap made up on massive obelisks, riddled with jagged spears, and yes, they will cut your pretty face.
Okay, wow, that was a little bit savage. Natural wonder discovered, very, very nice indeed. Your knowledge of astrology has been advanced considerably. Let me just have a little look and see how far... Oh no, that's actually not super far away. We're actually very, very close to astrology. Alright. Okay, I mean, that's great. That is darn great. So, natural wonders, I guess, just give you like a one-off bonus? Is that the case? Rather than a continual tick. Oh no, look, this is culture. I'm presuming it's culture, right? Yeah, it's still culture. Just making sure. Oh my god, this area is so good. Is that like a little tribe of people? Tribal village. Hey, wow. All right. It's a little bit flirtatious for my liking, but hello. Would you like to visit our nearby city and sample our hospitality? Very well. Okay, great. After meeting another civilization, you see the need for new ways to communicate. Your knowledge of writing has been advanced considerably. Super, super, super good. Now, where the hell did we meet them? I do not know where we met them. I mean, is this tribal village the civilization? Like, that can't be, right? Oh, it's just like a little camp thing that we just took over? Alright, cool, I guess. Well, I guess we got XP, which is really, really nice. Should allow us to upgrade our unit. What do we want? Plus 7 combat strength versus melee and range. Plus 10 combat strength when defending against ranged attacks. I'm going to take Battle Cry. Seems like a little bit more of an all-round decent ability. I'm just thinking, where are we going to settle our second city here? Because we are undoubtedly going to settle a second city here. This is crazy. Like, this is absolutely bonkers. If we set it, like, here, for example, then we'll be able to get all of these good tiles. Yeah, it's going to be right here. Like, it's got to be. It's got to be pretty much on this exact tile that we're on right now. I am in love with it. Also, you can't queue up movements. That's a little bit funky. Maybe that's something that can be unlocked at a later date. I don't know. I just go with the flow. Hey, Delhi, my man. That's really good. Now, where have you decided to work? Do I value production or do I value... I actually think I value food more than I value production right now. I mean, as we're kind of a passive race... Oh yeah, we'll talk about this in a little minute. As we're kind of a passive race, I don't think that there's necessarily any rush to, to ramp up the production of military units. I think that we can afford to take it a little bit slower, perhaps. Maybe that'll be my downfall. Maybe it won't be. Anyway, talking a little bit about this, I do know a little bit about this interface, and obviously there's a bunch of stuff that we can do. We can trade negotiation, declare friendship, whatever, send delegation, which is completely new to me. Which allows us access. Now this is interesting because this gives us access to what they know and gossip that they know. Also, they all have different agendas now, so that means that they have a whole bunch of randomized actions that are less random than they usually are. So they've got a not like a regular pattern to follow, but a little bit of a guideline of how to do their thing. Oh, здравствуйте. Hello. Hello, Mr. Tsar Peter. So a cultured leader such as yourself must enjoy the finer things in life. Are you fond of the arts as well? It is an honor to meet you. Come, let me show you my nearby city. Afterwards, we can attend a ball of at a beautiful dacha in the countryside. We would love to sample your hospitality. St. Petersburg. Fantastic. Wow, okay, that's kind of close. That's a little bit too close for my liking, I'll be honest. A little bit close for my liking. But no matter. No matter at all. That's the Egyptian warrior that we must have run into.
Dogs look up to us.
Oh.
Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
Wow. That is quite a quote said by quite a man. Sean Bean. What a guy. What a guy. Alright, let's choose some new research. We're not going to go for any, silly archery stuff. We don't need archery. We don't need to be aggressive quite this early on. Shrine would be nice. Stonehenge. I guess this is yeah, it's a wonder. It's still a wonder, obviously. And it gives us a whole bunch of good stuff. Now, we could really do with getting Stonehenge, and plus, we're already halfway through astrology. It would be silly not to go for that right now. So I think we will just do exactly that. All right, let's keep on advancing. I'm very, very curious to see exactly other stuff that is on our continent. Also, something worth noting is that this map looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? Holy cow, it looks beautiful. It looks great. And I couldn't be fonder. Alright, so we finished off with the... Well, I guess we'll move you first, for the sake of it. Oh, some crabs. Obviously, we require sailing. That's not something that we can get quite yet, but hey-ho. What did we want to build? We wanted to build a... Oh, that overlaps now. That's cool, I guess. Quest. What was the quest? Train a spearman military unit. Do we have the ability to train a spearman military unit? I'm presuming that that's something that we can do right now. We do not have a spearman military unit. We do not have the ability to do that. What's it going to take for us to actually get that? Spearman. Okay, well, I was hoping that we would be able to get that done kind of pronto. But, hey-ho. I think we're actually going to straight up go for another settler. I really, 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 really want to be able to place down a second city here as soon as we possibly can, because people are going to start getting pissed off with us about the fact that we're going to place a second city, and I do not want that that pissed off state to last for very long. Now, in the last Civilization game, your cities did not grow whilst there was a settler being built, and I'm wondering, is that the same mechanic that is employed here? I would presume that it is, but it seems not to be. So it seems that we can build settlers at the same time as actually growing our city. That is huge, and that means that we can go for a lot more early aggression, I guess. Nothing really of interest in the desert. What does this mean? Like, what? Why is there like a little 1 next to here? What? Why is there a 1 next to those guys? Is it just to signify that there's one just dude right there? I don't really know, to be honest. There are barbarians over here, but the Egyptian warriors seem to be doing a pretty darned good job.
Our people await your...
It is not wisdom,
Great.
but authority that makes
Oh, fantastic. This is the new tree that that is super, super interesting to me, because I've never actually seen anything like this. We've got 2 tech trees rather than, I guess, like, culture. Like, rather than cultural policies, we've got a cultural tech tree, which is very, very cool, because rather than deciding upon 3 different tech trees, we just decide on 1 tech tree, which is very interesting. I don't know if it's good, but hey-ho. With your people enthused to try the code of laws, government and social policy changes are free this turn. Change policies. Okay. Survey, double experience for recon units, discipline, +5 combat unit strength for fighting barbarians, +1 production in all cities, or +1 faith, +1 gold in the capital. I think this has got to be our good policy right now. We can enact a military policy. I don't think that there's any reason not to. And I think that it's going to be discipline, right? It's got to be. I don't think that survey would be much use, considering we don't have any recon units at this current moment. I'm going to set our agenda. Sure, sounds good to me. And now we get to choose a civic, which is the next step on the tree. Very, very interesting. We've got foreign trade. So we can actually unlock units. Okay, so this is like economic units that we can unlock. I guess anything related to government can be unlocked throughout this tree. Very, very interesting. Plus 30% production towards builders. Plus 50% production towards ancient and classical units. Cool, not really that interested. Plus 2 gold from all trade routes, maritime industries, classical air and naval units, joint war. Establish a joint war against the target civilization. That's a very, very powerful thing to have very early on. Yeah, so how do we look at our civics policies? Is this in here? Yeah, it's in government. That's cool. So these are all the policies that we've got available. None at the moment, basically, apart out with the ones that we've already talked about. And I guess this is our current form of government, and we can choose to evolve our government as it goes along. Gain 3 influence points per turn. Earn 1 envoy. Envoy? I don't really know what that does, but I'm very, very excited to find out. Ladies and gents, this is turn 14. We're going to be going into turn 15 very, very soon indeed. Hopefully you'll tune in then. However, my name, of course, has been Potato. This has been Civilization 6. I am very, very excited to start playing this game, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode. Bye.